Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. Our topic for today is cell theory. The cell theory or cell doctrine states that all organisms are composed of similar units of organization called cells. The concept was formally articulated in 1839 by Schleiden and Schwann and has remained as the foundation of modern biology. The idea predates other great paradigms of biology, including Darwin's theory of evolution in 1859 and Mendel's law of inheritance in 1865, and the establishment of comparative biochemistry in 1940. Ultra-structural research and modern molecular biology have added many tenets to the cell theory, but it remains as the preeminent theory of biology. The cell theory is to biology of atomic theory is to physics. Formulation of cell theory. In 1838, Tudor Schwann and Matthias Schleiden were talking about their studies on cells. The two scientists went to Schleiden's lab to look at his slides. Schwann published his books on animals and plant cells, and treatise devoid of acknowledgments of anyone else's contribution, including that of Schleiden in 1838. He summarized his observations into three conclusions about cells. First is the cell is the unit of structure, of physiology, and organization in living things. Second is the cell retains a dual existence as a distinct entity and building block in the construction of organisms. Third is cell formed by free cell formation similar to the formation of crystals. We know we know today that the first two tenets are correct, but the third is clearly wrong. The correct interpretation of cell formation by division was finally promoted by others and formally enunciated in Rudolf Virchow, powerful, powerful diction. All cells only arise from pre-existing cells. The modern tenets of cell theory include all known living things are made up of cells. The second is the cell is a structural and functional unit of living things. Third is all cells come from pre-existing cells by division. Fourth is cell contains hereditary information which is passed from cell to cell during cell division. All cell Fifth is all cells are basically the same in chemical composition. And the sixth is all energy flow of life occurs within cells. Number one is all known living things are made up of cells because plants, birds, and bacteria are all made up of cells. Cells have existed for millions of years. A cell is the basic unit of life, which means that all living things are made up of cells. Second is the cell is structural and functional unit of all living things because cell is known as a structural and function unit of life because living organisms is the form of cell and all the physiological, biochemical, and genetic and metabolic function take place inside the cell. It is the smallest functional unit which can in, exist independently. Third is all cells come from pre-existing cells by division because cell is the fundamental unit of structure and function in all living organisms. For the first 150 years, the cell theory was primarily a structural idea. This structural view, which is found in most textbooks, described the components of cell and their fate in cell reproduction. Since the 1950s, however, cell biology has focused on DNA and its informational features. Today, we look at the cell as a unit of self-control. The description of cell must include ideas about how genetic information is converted to structure. The cell doctrine reached its present day eminence in 1896 with the publication of E. B. Wilson's The Cell Development and Heredity, which was an accumulation of what was known about the rules of cell in embryology and chromosomal behavior. That's all. Thank you.